Good evening, Monarchs fans. We are here in beautiful Louisville, Kentucky on this little bit chilly Friday night to watch the Middle Tennessee Monarchs versus Summit Homeschool. Summit is going to be the visiting team. Excuse me. I'm trying to get connected here to get the lineups and everything. First pitch, called strike one. Next pitch popped up left field side of third base. Rodney Bakken gets under it for out number one. Had to fight a little bit of the wind and the sun there, but he did a good job of staying with it. One out in top of the first. Outside corner for for strike one. Up to bat for the Summit is Smith. And we got Tyler Holt on the mound today. Next pitch called strike two. 0-2 on the batter. For the Monarchs defensively, we got Landon Schrader at first, Seth Fetchy at second, Caden Woodward at short, Rodney Bakken at third, Henry Wolf in left, Kobe Kreppel in center, and Connor Bean in right. Just outside, ball one, and Brent Kitchens behind the plate. Next pitch, swinging, strike three. 2 outs for Summit, top of the first. Oh! Up to bat now for Summit is Hilla. Trying to get some first names here. Not sure if we have them or not. Tyler comes set. First pitch outside, ball one. Ball two. 2-0 on the batter. Tyler comes set. Third pitch inside. The player has to duck out of the way. 3-0 on the batter. Sun is just about 30 minutes left of daylight here. Ball four, batter walks. Trying to get an angle here where we can see the runner. Unfortunately, it's very dark over in that little box up there. Runner takes lead at first. Tyler comes home. Ball scoots away from Kitchens, and the runner makes it to second base. 1-0 on the batter. Runner at second. No score here in the top of the first. Tyler checks the runner back at second. Comes home with it. Just misses outside for ball two. 2-0. Next pitch catches his lower part of the box for strike one. 2-1. Hill at second, Woodard up to bat. Inside, just misses him, gets away from the catcher, and the runner advances to third. Three balls, one strike. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Strike 2. Tyler moves it to full count on the batter. Tyler comes set, checks the runner back at third. No one holding him on. Comes in just a bit high for ball 4. Thought the umpire was going to call it strike 3, but he said it was a little too high. Up to bat now, number 21, Burke. First pitch outside, ball 1, gets past Kitchens. Runner comes in and scores. And the runner from first advances to second. 1-0 lead now for Summit. Called strike. 1-1 on the batter. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Curveball high, throw down to third is high, gets away from Rodney, runner's coming home, and he's going to score standing up for another run for Summit. Tyler comes set. Swinging strike 3 for the third out. But Summit put 2 on the board. Going to the bottom of the first. Monarchs down 2-0. This inning is brought to you by our sponsor, Legendary Computers. Legendary Computers, home of the Forever Technology Plan and concierge computer sales. With the Forever Technology Plan, you get a new computer every 3 years. They take care of all the data transfer. They take care of all the warranty support. All for one low monthly fee and prices as low as $30 per month. Stop by and see Mitch and find out why at Legendary Computers you matter to us. Up to bat first for the Monarchs in the bottom of the first. First baseman Landon Schrader. For Summit Homeschool, behind the plate is Grube, I believe that's how you pronounce it. On the mound is Burke. First baseman Woodard. At second is Smith. Whelan at short, Hilla at third. And in the outfield, going from left to right, Anderson, Sternman, and I'm going to butcher this, Ruhe, I believe, R-A-U-H-E. So the Monarchs start at the bottom of the first with a 2-0 deficit. Pitcher comes set. First pitch, catches the outside corner for strike one. Umpire calls time because it says something to the Summit coach. Pitcher comes set, fires home. Catches the outside corner again for strike two. 0-2 on the batter. Pitcher steps off. Landon steps out, looks back down to first, third base to get a sign from Coach Heldman. The Monarchs are playing split today. The JV is over playing a couple games on another field. Coach Pelletier and Coach Tarpley are over there. Coach Dylan Tarpley over there. And here on the field with the varsity at third base, we have head coach Tim Heldman, and at first base, assistant coach Terry Tarpley. Third pitch bounces in for ball one. 1-2 on Landon. Next pitch, bouncer towards second base. Second baseman goes for it, throws it over to first, digs it out of the dirt for out number one. Second baseman had to go a little bit to his right to pick that one up, and over to first for the first out. Up to bat, number 6, Caden Woodward. Caden's playing shortstop today, I believe. First pitch, inside, holds up his swing for ball one. Pitcher winds up, comes home. This one in there for a strike. One and one on Caden. Next pitch, fly ball, left center field, over the left fielder's head. Caden rounds first, heading to second. May try for third. He's going to try to leg out a triple out of this. He's on his horse, comes in standing up. Nice hit. So Monarchs have a runner on third, one out. Up to bat now, the right fielder, Connor Bean.
I'm just gonna
Connor takes the first pitch and fouls it down the third base line. Caden gets his lead at third. Pitcher comes home. Low, ball one. 1-1 on Connor. Connor Bean, one of 4 seniors on the Monarchs this year. Pitcher shaking off the catcher. Now comes set. Low and outside for ball 2. 2-1. Connor swings at the next one, fouls it straight back for strike 2. Connor chops it to the pitcher. Pitcher throws it home. Oh, excuse me, throws it to first for out number 2. Connor barely got a piece of that. Just a little slow roller. The pitcher's able to handle it fairly easily. So 2 outs. Runner still on third. Up to bat now, the left fielder, Henry Wolf. First pitch is a ball. Next pitch, fouled back for strike 1. 1-1 on Henry. We're in the bottom of the first. Monarchs down 2-0. Dropped, swinging, dropped by the catcher. Excuse me. Henry swung at it, missed. Ball was dropped by the catcher, got past him to the backstop, allowed Caden to score. So now Monarchs are down 2-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Excuse me, he did not foul that one back, or else the runner wasn't able to come home. Ball gets outside, past the catcher again. For ball 3. 3-1 on Henry. That was scored as a wild pitch. Pitcher comes set. Gets him looking on a third strike, but the catcher drops the curveball, and Henry's able to make it to first base. So it counts as a K for the pitcher, but the Monarchs keep alive here in the bottom of the first. Because the Monarchs are playing split, they only have 9 players on the bench, so everyone's going to play the entire game and just have to rotate around with pitching if necessary. So 2 outs, runner on first here in the bottom of the first. Monarchs down 2-1. Pitcher fires it back over to first. Henry's back in, sliding. Up to bat now is Brett Kitchens. Takes his first pitch, looking, catches the outside corner for strike one. For some reason, the aperture on our first base camera is very dark. Let me see if I can... oh, there we go. Now I'm adjusting it. Okay, now we can see Henry there. So we'll go to picture-in-picture now. Coach Heldman talks to his batter, gets a new set of signs in there. Henry takes his lead. No balls, one strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Pitcher fires back to first. Henry in easily. There we go. Even better sprint. Henry goes. Throw by the catcher. He's in there. Safe at second base. Henry steals second on a straight steal. I did not see what that was called. I believe it was a ball, so... yes, 2-1 on the batter. Pitcher comes set. Ball fouled out of play. Two and 2 on Kitchens. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a runner on second base. Kitchens calls time, steps out of the box. Pitcher was taking a little too long. Little chop back to the pitcher, throws it over to first base for out number 3. Monarchs put 1 run on the board on a triple and a wild pitch to score the runner. Going into the top of the second, Monarchs down 2-1. I mentioned that the Monarchs are playing split between varsity and junior varsity today. The junior varsity won their first game 7-3 over the homeschool team here in Louisville, and they've got the second game underway. Let me check in on it real quick and see what the score is. Monarchs are currently winning 3-0 in that in the top of the first. Back here for our varsity game, up to bat for Summit is Sternman. First pitch, ball 1. Summit has a 2-1 lead here in the top of the second. Next pitch is fouled out of play. 1-1 on the batter. Tyler Holt still on the mound for the Monarchs. Next pitch low for ball 2. 2-1. The sun is just about set here, just barely peeking up over the horizon. And the temperature's starting to drop. Next pitch gets him with the high swinging strike. 2-2 on the batter.
Did you find it? Yeah. I already gave it away.
Tyler comes set. Swinging strike 3. Brent drops the ball for a second, but picks it up and tags the runner. So 1 out here in the top of the second. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. You're fine. Up to bat for Summit is Anderson. Coach Heldman comes out to talk to his pitcher. And the conference at the mound is over now. One 1-0 count on the batter. Next pitch fouled straight back. 1-1. Tyler comes set. Next pitch is a little looping fly ball over the second baseman's head. Drops in there for a single. Connor thought about trying to get him at first, but runner was too fast there. So a runner on first. With 1 out here in the second. Up to bat is Groob. Tyler looks back at first, steps off the mound, and the runner walks back. Tyler looks the runner back again, comes home with it. High, ball 1. Oh, umpire said he went around. Strike 1. Runner gets a little bit bigger lead. Tyler throws lazily over to first. And the runner goes back in standing up. Next pitch fouled back for strike 2. 0-2 on the batter.
Clouds are over. Playing what?
Runner takes a short lead at first. Tyler comes home with it. Inside pitch, swinging. Oh, he got a piece of it. Stays alive. Still 0-2. Batter gets a piece of it again. Stays alive. Runner still has a very short lead at first. Tyler looks him back. Tries the outside corner, misses for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tyler throws over to first, runner back in easily. Tyler comes home with it this time. Swinging, strike 3. Got a piece of it, but Brett was able to hang on. 2 outs in the top of the second. Runner on first. Monarchs down 2-1. Tyler looks over to first again, doesn't make a throw. He comes set and comes home with it. First pitch, high and inside for ball 1. Next pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter. Called strike 2. 1-2. Runner takes a small lead again. Tyler steps off. Recompose himself. Pitch is outside. Kitchens is not able to make the play at second. Runner steals second base. Tyler looks the runner back at second. Comes home with it. Swinging, strike 3. And that's out number 3 here in the top of the second. So Summit scores no runs on 1 hit and 1 left on base. Going to the bottom of the second, Monarchs still down 2-1. Second inning is brought to you by our sponsor, Star Physical Therapy. Star Physical Therapy has over 65 convenient locations throughout Tennessee. They specialize in spine, neck, and joint physical therapy, manual therapy, sports medicine, and industrial rehabilitation. In addition, many of the locations offer specialized physical therapy program, including occupational therapy, hand therapy, balance, and vestibular therapy, and a cancer program that helps cancer patients recover the endurance and function and strength that is often affected through cancer treatments. Thank you, Star Physical Therapy, for your support this year. Up to bat, the second baseman, Seth Fetchie. Seth is one of the other seniors on the Monarchs, playing in his last season. Having a little discussion with the coaches on the third base line. Not sure if Coach Hellman's making some changes or if Summit's making some changes. Okay, the conference between the coaches on the third base line is over, and we're back to live play. First pitch inside, ball one. Next pitch inside, ball two. 2-0 on Seth. Ground ball in between first and second for a base hit for Seth. So the Monarchs have the leadoff runner on. Up to bat, third baseman, Rodney Bakken. Seth takes a sizable lead at first, actually almost out of our frame. Dives back in safely. Seth started wandering off before the pitcher had come set and tried firing back over there again. Pitcher comes home. Rodney grounds to the second baseman. Only plays over at first. But Rodney advances the runner to second base. One out now. Runner on second. Up to bat, pitcher Tyler Holt. Seth takes the lead at second base. Pitcher checks back. First pitch, curveball, stays inside for ball one. Pitcher comes home. Next pitch in the dirt for ball two. 2-0. Low, ball three. 3 balls, no strikes on the batter. Let's see what sign Coach Heldman gets Tyler here. Taking all the way inside. Ball gets away from the catcher. Seth advances to third, and Tyler takes his base. So runners on first and third. 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Let's see if we... No, that's not going to work. That's not either. So we're just going to go with the main view. First pitch, up high for a ball. Up to bat is center fielder, senior Kobe Kreppel. Kobe's the third senior on the team. 4th senior is actually out injured, is Harrison Adelgren. He injured his throwing arm a couple games ago and is out, at least for the foreseeable future. We'll get... Oh, runner squares to bunt, high. Tyler takes second base after the catcher drops the ball. 2-0 on Kobe. Harrison, right arm is hurt, and he'll be out for a little while. Hopefully he'll make it back in time for some games here soon and for the Homeschool World Series. Runners on second and third, nobody out. Next pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 on Kobe. Kobe takes next pitch and fouls it straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runners on second and third. Monarchs have a great opportunity here to tie the game or even take the lead. Next pitch in there for a strike. Catcher dropped the ball. Kobe ends up safe at first because the catcher does not make a throw down. Too worried about the runner from third coming home. So another drop third strike. Runner safe at first. Bases are loaded as we come back to the top of the lineup. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Landon Schroeder is up with bases loaded and 1 out. Next pitch, oh, caught the outside corner for strike 1. I was about to say ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Landon steps out of the box. Now back in. Line drive to right field, bounces in front of the right fielder. Seth comes in for 1. Tyler rounding third, coming toward home. Going to be a play at the plate, but he slides in there safe. Kobe goes from second to third on the ball, getting past the catcher, and Landon moves from first to second. So a 2-run single by Landon. Monarchs now lead 3-2 here in the bottom of the second. And the Summit coach is coming out to talk to his pitcher. Up to bat for the Monarchs when this breaks up is going to be the shortstop, Caden Woodward. I'm trying to see what he did his first time at bat. Oh, that's right. He had a triple to left center, and then we were able to bring him across on a wild pitch. Be a great time for another triple here. All right, the conference at the mound breaks up. Monarchs looking to add to the lead here in the bottom of the second. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike one. Next pitch high, gets past the catcher. Kobe comes in standing up. So a pass ball scores Kobe from third and allows Landon to advance from second to third. 4-2 now, Monarchs. Here in the bottom of the second. One and one count on Caden. Next pitch bounces in front, but not far enough away for Landon to score. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch is inside for a ball. 3-1 on the batter. I would imagine that Caden will be swinging away on any good pitch here. Oh, gets him a little bit off speed or something, tied him up. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on third base. Inside, ball 4. Up to bat now, number 13, senior Connor Bean. See what the Monarchs do with runners on first and third here. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, ball gets away from the catcher, and Landon scores. And Caden moves from first to second. Monarchs now lead 5-2 on the, let's see, we're going to get that, see if that's a wild pitch or a pass ball. What's the official scorekeeper going to say here? Oh, it's getting chilly out here. I left my gloves at home, so my hands are really cold at the moment. Last one was scored as a wild pitch. This one gets away from the catcher again and allows Caden to move to third on another wild pitch. Two and 0 count on Connor. Runner at third, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. High and outside for ball 3. 3-0. Connor takes a hack at it, fouls it. 3 balls, 1 strike. Swinging strike 2. Full count now on Connor. Outside, ball 4. Umpire said he did not go around, so Connor walks. First and third again for the Monarchs. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Leading 5-2. Up to bat now, Henry Wolf, left fielder. First pitch called strike. Connor takes second base without a throw. 0-1 on Henry with both runners in scoring position now. Next pitch outside, gets away from the catcher a little bit, but not enough for the runner to advance. 1 ball, 1 strike on Henry. Third pitch in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Connor has a big lead at second. Caden has a short lead at third with the right-handed pitcher on the mound. Henry goes down swinging for out number 2. Up to bat now, Brett Kitchens, the catcher. 2 outs and 2 on. First pitch in there for a called strike. Next pitch catches the outside corner for strike 2. 0-2 on the batter. Next pitch fouled straight back. Keeps him alive. Outside for ball 1. Next pitch outside, gets away from the catcher, and Caden comes home from third for another run. So a wild pitch scores another Monarch, now leads 6-2 here in the bottom of the second. Connor advanced from second to third on that same wild pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swinging strike 3. That's out number 3. But the Monarchs put up 5 runs on, let's see, 5 runs on 2 hits. And we had a runner left at third base. Going to the top of the third, the Monarchs leading 6-2. No defensive changes for the Monarchs here in the top of the third. Up to bat now for Summit is Sparkman. Tyler comes set. First pitch high, ball 1. Next pitch outside for ball 2. Just a little bit inside for ball 3. 3-0. Pitch in there for a strike. Now 3-1. Next pitch, a little bit high for ball 4. The first batter walks. Checking in on the JV game. Monarchs are still leading in the bottom of the second, 6-3. With the just went to the top of the third. Monarchs up 6-3. First pitch, ball 1. Runner takes a little lead. Tyler looks him back. Throws over, or attempts to throw over. Looked like he was going to throw over. So we try to get a little bit better focus on this. Strike one. 1-1 on the batter. Up to bat now for Summit is Smith. Really wish I had first names on them. It just says G. Smith here on the lineup. Throws it back over to first, slides back in safely. One and one on the batter. Runner at first. Tyler comes set, comes home with it. Ball two, 2-1. Tyler steps off the mound. Runner goes back to first. Next pitch, high and outside for ball two. Excuse me, ball three, 3-1. Tyler fires it over real quick. Runner back in safely. Three balls, one strike. Next pitch is high for ball four. So Tyler walks the first two batters here in the top of the third. Up to bat now is Wieland for Summit. Tyler looks the runner back at second. Comes home with it. Inside for ball one. Coach Heldman calls time to go talk out to his pitcher. Actually, he's bringing the entire infield in. Quick discussion about defense more than anything, I think. Now the sun's down, it's pretty chilly out here. And the conference on the mound breaks up. Home plate umpire's calling up to somebody. Okay, 1 ball, no strikes on the batter. Runners on first and second. As Summit looks to try to get back into this game after giving up 5 runs in the second. Next pitch, swinging strike one. Batter call time, right as Tyler was about to begin his windup. I'm going to try zooming in on the home plate camera here, give you a little bit better picture. Tyler comes set. Comes home with it. Swing, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tyler looks like he's going to throw back to second, but just needed the runner to go back a little bit. Didn't like the lead that the runner had gotten there, but nobody was on second base to catch a throw. Comes home with it. Swinging strike 3 for out number 1. One out now for Hilla. First pitch in there for a called strike. Tyler steps off again. Next pitch gets to the outside corner for strike 2. 0-2 on the batter. Tyler steps off again. Fakes the throw back to second. Next pitch in there for called strike 3. So after giving up 2 walks, Tyler's come back to strike out the next 2 batters. Up to bat now is Woodard. 2 on and 2 out here in the top of the 3rd. First pitch high, ball 1. Next pitch a little bit inside for ball 1. Excuse me, ball 2. 2-0 on the batter. Outside for ball 3. 3-0. Tyler gets that one in there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike on the batter. 2 outs, 2 on. Monarchs leading 6-2 in the top of the 3rd. Tyler fakes a throw back to second base again, keeps the runner a little bit closer. Next pitch in there for a strike. Tyler battles back from going down 3-0 to now full count on the batter. With 2 outs here, the runner should be breaking on the pitch. And they go, and it's outside, ball 4. Actually, they didn't go. Ball 4. So the bases are now loaded. Here in the top of the 3rd. Up to bat now for Summit is Burke. First pitch up high for ball 1. Next pitch is fouled straight back. And shakes the fence a little bit there. Rattles the camera. Ball, 1 strike on the batter. Misses outside for ball 2, 2-1. Low, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ball 4 outside. And that walks in a run. Monarchs now up 6-3. Coach Heldman comes out to make a pitching change. We'll get back to you in just a few minutes with who the new pitcher is going to be for the Monarchs. Alright, we got several defensive changes here for the Monarchs. As I mentioned, there's nobody on the bench for us today, so it's just going to be shifting people around. On the mound now for the Monarchs is Rodney Bakken. Tyler moves from pitcher to first, which makes Landon move from first to second, and Seth Fetchie from second to third. So a little round robin change here. And up to bat now is Sternman for Summit. First pitch high for ball 1. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Monarchs leading 6-3 here in the top of the third. Ground ball back up the middle. Center field's going to score at least 1. Looks like it's only going to score 1. Kobe was able to get to the ball quickly enough and get it back in. So a base hit scores 1, and now it's 6-4. Base is still loaded. First pitch to Anderson, number 32, is outside for ball 1. Next pitch, popped up. Rodney getting underneath it. Makes the catch for out number 3. But Summit puts up 2 runs on 1 hit. Leaves 3 on base. Going to the bottom of the 3rd. Monarchs leading 6-4. This inning is brought to you by Hydroflow Pumps. Hydroflow Pumps manufacture, assemble, and deliver the most dependable, purpose-engineered pumps on the market, including all stainless steel, zero-lead turbine pumps. We serve the agricultural, commercial, and municipal markets, plus specialized markets such as mine dewatering and nuclear plant cooling. Thank you, Hydroflow, for your support of the Monarchs this year. First up to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd for the Monarchs, senior and now 3rd baseman Seth Fetchie. Notice Seth was limping a little bit as he walked to the batter's box. He might have hurt his knee on that last play. First pitch in there for called strike. Next pitch inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Seth. outside for ball 2, 2-1. Next pitch is in low for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike on Seth. Catcher had a hard time finding that one. Ball 4. Seth takes the base. The Monarchs have the first batter on here in the bottom of the third, leading 6-4. Up to bat now, the pitcher, Rodney Bakken. Seth takes a big lead. First pitch in there for a called strike. Seth takes the lead again at first. Fires back over, slides in safely. I think I might have to reposition my first base camera. He's taking a pretty big lead there. Almost out of frame. Next pitch, Rodney squares around to bunt, pulls back for a ball. 1-1 on the batter. I think that Seth might have missed some kind of sign there, because usually when somebody squares the bunt and pulls it back like that, it was because he was supposed to steal, but we'll see. He goes on this one, ball is fouled away for strike 2. Yeah. 1-2 on Rodney. Runner at first. Pitch outside. Seth trying to steal second base. Slides in safely. So Monarchs now have the leadoff runner on second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Rodney. Next pitch is low, ball 3. Gets away from the catcher, and Seth is going to make it to third base. Nope, that's not going to work. Let's do that. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Rodney. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Pitcher comes set. The payoff pitch. Rodney takes it and drives it into the gap between short and third to the left fielder. Left fielder grabs it, bobbles it for a second, but gets it in to hold Rodney to a single. So RBI signal for Rodney Bakken. Scorer Seth. And the Monarchs are now leading 7-4 here in the bottom of the third. Rodney takes the lead, but batter's not in the box yet. Up to bat now, first baseman Tyler Holt. Rodney dives back in there easily. First pitch. Drive. Left field side. Going back. And it's gone. Tyler Holt with a 2-run home run here in the bottom of the third. Tyler trots around, comes in to his teammates greeting him there. as the Monarchs now take a 9-4 lead here in the bottom of the third. So Tyler hits his first home run of the season, perhaps of his Monarchs career. Congratulations, Tyler. Up to bat now is Kobe Kreppel, center fielder. First pitch in there for a called strike. Nope, got a little crazy on the zoom there. Let me back up a little bit. Next pitch, just over the third baseman to the shortstop. Shortstop makes the play, but is not able to make a throw to first base. That should be scored. A hit by Kobe. So we've got Kobe on first base, and up to bat is now second baseman Landon Trader. Landon is 1 for 2 on the day with 2 RBIs. Next pitch in there for a called strike. Oh, 0-2 on Landon with a runner on first. Pitcher throws back to first. Kobe back in safely. Pitcher comes set. Another throw over to first, but Kobe dives back in. Ground ball to the third baseman, who is not able to handle it. And then the ball gets bobbled by the left fielder. Kobe's able to round second and make it into third. And Landon goes from first to second. So I think we have probably 2 errors on that play. Let's see how it's scored officially here. I'll get that to you in just a minute. Up to bat is Caden Woodward. Caden is 1 for 1 on the day with 2 runs scored. First pitch swinging, strike 1. And yes, that was 2 errors on the last play, 1 by the third baseman and 1 by the left fielder. So runners on second and third. Swinging, strike 2. Next pitch is outside for a ball. Catcher's able to knock it down and not keep it from getting too far away. Caden steps back in. Pitcher comes set. Pitch outside. Catcher drops it, but doesn't get too far away. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Next pitch is a line drive just over the shortstop who tried to get up and get it. Caden coming around. Sorry. That was a single by Caden, scoring Kobe and Landon. Caden tried to stretch it on that next one and gets called out at second base. But a 2-run single gives the Monarchs an 11-4 lead here in the bottom of the third. Up to bat now for the Monarchs, Connor Bean. Connor drives one to the shortstop, picks it up, over to first for the out. Two outs now for the Monarchs in the bottom of the third. Up to bat is Henry Wolf, the left fielder. First pitch fouled back out of play. Oh, 1-1 on Henry, 2 outs with nobody on here in the bottom of the third. Fly ball. Center fielder going back over his head, bounces in. Henry rounds first, coming into second for a stand-up double. Now up to bat the catcher, Brent Kitchens. Brett takes the first pitch, pots over the pitcher. Shortstop gets it behind second base, fires it to first for out number 3. But not before the Monarchs put up 5 more runs here in the bottom of the third. Heading to the top of the fourth now, the Monarchs leading 11-4. It's coming up on 9 o'clock here in Louisville, and I want to make sure I get all of our sponsors in. Hobbs & Sons, honest, dependable, and reliable car care, located at 1378 South Mount Juliet Road in Mount Juliet, serving all of Middle Tennessee. For all of your car care needs, come see Hobbs & Sons Garage. Thank you, Hobbs & Sons, for sponsoring the Monarchs again this year. As Rodney takes his last couple warm-up pitches, I'm going to look in on the JV team. In the top of the fourth, the Monarchs are leading 8-3. Right now, the bases loaded, 2 outs for the JV team. So the JV team looking pretty good for picking up another win tonight. Tomorrow, the Monarchs will be back at full strength with the combined varsity and junior varsity teams. Up to bat now for Summit, here in the top of the fourth, is Groob. No defensive changes for the Monarchs. First pitch low, ball 1. Next pitch outside for ball 2. 2-0. Next pitch is a pop up to right field that's going to drop in front of the right fielder, Connor Bean. Second baseman Landon Schrader tried to make it over there to make a play on it, but it was kind of in that no man's land behind first base. So that one's in there for a base hit. And someone has a leadoff runner on here, leadoff batter on in the top of the fourth. Next pitch goes for a ball, gets past the catcher. Catcher can't find it. Luckily, holds the runner just to second base there. Brent wasn't sure quite where it went and lost it. 1-0 on the batter. Runner now at second base. Rodney catches the outside corner with that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch low for ball 2. 2-1. Another pitch in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. On the batter for Summit, Ruhe. I know I'm butchering that. R-A-U-H-E. Swinging, strike 3 for out number 1. Up to bat now for Summit is Sparkman. Runner on second. 1 out. First pitch in there for a called strike. Rodney comes set. Checks the runner back at second. Comes home with it. Also just missed. Ball 1. 1-1. Next pitch catches the outside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. We are now at 9 o'clock Eastern Time here in Louisville. Monarchs play in about a half an hour. Next pitch, ground ball. Gets him at first for out number 1. But the runner advances to third base on the on the out. So runner at first. Runner at first. 2 outs. And Smith up to bat for Summit. First pitch outside, ball 1. Rodney doing fast work here. Ball coming straight back. Doesn't clear the fence, though. For strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one is a line drive out to right field for a base hit. Scores the runner. And now makes it 11-5 Monarchs in the top of the 4th. 2 outs still. Runner on first base. And up to bat is Wieland. First pitch just misses for ball 1. Runner going. Brent throws it down. Oh, good throw, but runner had just a little bit of a better jump. Slides in safely. 2-0 on the batter. Runner at second. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Next pitch in there for a strike. 2-1. Line drive to center field, driving Kobe back over his head. Runner's going to round third. Runner rounding second. Throw is coming in, but offline and going to be a little bit late for a stand-up triple. So Summit puts another run on the board here in the top of the 4th. Cuts the lead to 11-6. Runner on third, 2 outs, and up to bat is Hilla. Coach Heldman calls his infield in to talk to him. One of the other Monarch sponsors this year is Beppy's Bow and Bow Boutique. Kelly Duke, grandmother of 19 grandchildren and a great-grandmother, has been sewing all of her life and loves to make children's clothing. Kelly says, "I specifically love lace, ribbons, ruffles, and bows. The thrill of seeing a child feel good about themselves because they are wearing a nice outfit or dress makes my heart sing. Material possessions are not the purpose. It's the self-confidence and pride that it helps to give. The plan is to take my love of frilly fashion along with my thriftness and help others to provide boutique things at an affordable price. Go visit Beppy's Bow & Bow Boutique on the web. Pitch high for a ball. One ball, one strike on the batter. Grounder to third base. Seth Fetchie comes up with it, fires over at first for out number 3. But someone puts 2 runs on the board here in the top of the 4th. Going to the bottom of the 4th, Monarchs leading 11-6. Our final sponsor of the evening is Patriot Irrigation. Patriot Irrigation and Lighting offers many varieties of services to help you maintain and beautify your property. An irrigation system could simplify your life, giving you more time for friends and family or to get other jobs done. In today's busy times, we need all the help we can get. Patriot has been in the irrigation business since 1995 and is dedicated to providing the best service available in the Middle Tennessee area. Up to bat, Seth Fetchie, the third baseman. And the first pitch that I missed with the ad up there was in there for a ball. Next pitch, ball 2. Ball 3, 3-0. Seth walks on 4 straight balls. Up to bat now, pitcher number 9, Rodney Bakken. Rodney is 1 for 2 today with a run scored and an RBI. First pitch, fouled back, out of play. Rodney gets a sign from Coach Heldman. Seth takes a big lead at first. Then the pitcher comes set. Swinging, strike 2. Catcher drops the ball, so Seth takes the base easily. Oh, 0-2 on Rodney. Runner at second base, nobody out. Pitches outside, gets away from the catcher, and Seth trots down to third base. One ball, two strikes on Rodney. Rodney swings at a high pitch for strike three. One out in the bottom of the fourth. Up to bat now, first baseman Tyler Holt. Tyler is 1 for 2 for the day. 1 for 1. With a home run his last time at bat. 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. First pitch was a strike. Next pitch fouled back right toward us for strike number 2. So 0-2 count now on Tyler. 1 out, runner on third. Tyler drives another one down the left field line, going back. It's fair. Tyler rounds first. Actually, Tyler did not round first, but it scores a run. Another RBI for Tyler on another line shot that I couldn't see how far it went, but looked like it had a chance of getting out of here again. Unfortunately, I think Tyler thought it was going to be foul and kind of held up. But another run for Monarchs. Monarchs lead now 12-6 with 1 out here in the fourth. Tyler dives back in safely. Up to bat now, number 14, center fielder Kobe Kreppel. Kobe is 1 for 2 of the day with 2 runs scored. Oh, next pitch comes right at him. Kobe ducks out of the way, and Tyler advances on the wild pitch. I think I'll have to move a little bit closer for the next game so I can get a better vantage point down the line. Runner on second, 1 out. Ball 2. Swinging, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike on Kobe. Tried to catch Tyler sleeping there at second base, throws back, but Tyler dives back in. Ball gets away from the catcher. Tyler advances to third base. Three balls, 1 strike on Kobe. Pitcher comes set. Comes home with it. Kobe drives it to the second baseman. Second baseman was a hot shot, bobbles it, and gets into right center field. And the run scores. Monarchs now lead 13-6. Let's see how that one will be scored. That was a hot shot by Kobe. Runner at first, 1 out. Up to bat, first baseman Landon Schrader. Takes first pitch outside for ball 1. Next pitch outside, ball 2, 2-0. And the JV game just went final. The Monarchs beat the Louisville team by a score of 9-4. So that's 2 wins for the Monarchs today on the JV side. Next pitch right at him. Oh, bounces off his hip. And Landon takes his base. Up to bat now for the Monarchs, shortstop Caden Woodward. First pitch catches the inside corner for strike 1. Caden's having a great day at the plate, 2 for 2, 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Next pitch, it does catch him. Catches him on the inside, and he is going to take first base. And we reach the 2-hour time limit here, and the game is called. Monarchs take the first game that they play here in this Louisville tournament by a score of 13-6. For Summit, they get 6 runs on 5 hits with 1 error. And the Monarchs, 13 runs on 10 hits and no errors. Next game for the Monarchs will be in about 15 minutes against Indianapolis. We'll be back on the air then. By the way, that's 9:30 Eastern Time, so in about 15 minutes, 8:30 Central.